What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live here on it's a Monday. Blazers play tomorrow. We're in the midst of a couple days off. They play against the San Antonio Spurs. It was the date targeted for Gary Payton II's debut, and he will not play tomorrow. We'll discuss that. We also got 7 games for picks against the spread, and we will start off with that. But first off, Eric, how is your Monday?
Monday's good. How about yours?
My Monday is really good. I almost said Thursday again. I had to force the word Monday out of my mouth. I don't like saying it, apparently. But we got some games to jump into, some games to preview today, some interesting spreads, and I'm looking forward to still trying to make my comeback on you and Jackson right now.
Yeah. Do we have a sponsor for this show?
We do have a sponsor for the show. As always, these spreads are brought to you by Bet Online. You can use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to get 50% rewards and get in on the action. If you're feeling confident about any of these spreads, you can bet them over on Bet Online. They have live betting as well, so definitely check them out. Remember, of course, bet responsibly, and thank you to them for sponsoring this episode of Blazers Uprise Live. Let's take a look at these standings. Eric, Jackson's still up there at the top, but some of us gained some ground on you guys.
Yeah, fortunately I wasn't there for the stream, and it shows.
It shows 1-4 for you. Yeah, we did throw up Money Man Brant up on the screen, and
I watched.
He was not. Yeah. You were not money, unfortunately. Money Man Brant did not come through for you. I tried it as a good luck charm, and it didn't work. But I'm completely fine with that because I'm stuck in the middle with chat. All right, we are 8 and 10 games under 500 respectively. I am struggling with double down. So is Aeromancer down there at the bottom, but he actually had tied for the best day with Connor at 4-1 on Thursday. So good for him, trying to make up some ground. The game's back. Let me update that real quick. What are your thoughts on how things are going so far?
I mean, obviously Jackson got off to a good start last year too, and kind of faded towards the end. So hopefully that happens again. But really, I mean, I'm at 500, which is like the minimum you'd like to do. So everyone else, there's 6 of us, including chat, that can't feel very good about being under 500, even though a lot of you had good days last Thursday.
Yeah, most of us were below 500 last year as well. Maybe we're just not that good at this. I don't know. But I brought it back. I was below 500 like the first half of the year, and then had a crazy run second half of the year. So I'm hoping for more of the same because it has not been a good start.
I love when Zach's only good day was when he had a strategy.
I know.
And
Zach
you helped him out with one pick.
Uh-huh.
And then, if he would have just picked the right teams the other day, he would have gone... I probably would have cut the same double down for the memes, but he would have been 2-3 instead of 0-5. So
he did take the hit, though. The Blazers were playing the Pelicans. The Pelicans were favored, and he doubled down on the Pelicans and said, easy money. Mm-hmm. So thank you to Zach for taking the hit. I mean, if you just look at percentage of picks, he's doing better than chat. It's just his double downs is what's really hurting him. 0-7. I think didn't he have an 0 for start on double downs last year as well?
You and him, I think, both got off to a rough start. And you guys had some gamesmanship, like not picking the same games or picking opposite or something. And
Yeah, so if you guys want to go over to Bet Online and maybe take the opposite of whatever Zach doubles down on, you'd be 7-0 right now. Plus 50% rewards with promo code BELIEVE. I mean, dang, you'd be in the green. Anyway, let's jump into game number 1. We got Orlando hosting the Charlotte Hornets, who are shockingly 1.5-point road favorites.
Yeah, and that is because Orlando is without Jonathan Isaac, Gary Harris, Markelle Fultz, Mo Wagner, Cole Anthony, and Paolo Banchero. The Hornets are without Gordon Hayward, Cody Martin, and Dennis Smith Jr.
What's Banchero hurt with?
I want to say it's an ankle, if I'm not mistaken.
This is a tough spread without Banchero, man. I don't know how to feel.
Well, I mean, the Hornets wouldn't be favored if Pink Arrow was playing. So
I know, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, the Hornets are favored, and I don't want to take a favored Hornets team, but they have LaMelo back and Ben Curl's out. I mean, it's tough.
I'm gonna just roll with the Magic.
Yeah, I think Jalen Suggs locks up LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball still rusty. That's my thought process on this game. So I'm going Magic as well. Gotta roll with my Orlando Magic.
Connor says Magic.
Alright, cool.
Do we have everybody in?
Hopefully we do, because nobody got you their picks, even though you warned them. We got Hornets for Zach. What's the strategy today, Zach?
Aeromancer and Trevin are not here.
Well, that's going to be problematic. I feel like Trevin will show up in the next 30 seconds. Aeromancer, no idea. Somebody, if we get to 4, somebody might have to make Aeromancer's picks for him. But yeah, what is Jackson going with?
He hasn't said yet.
Trevin's Magic. Trevin made his pick before Jackson, and Trevin wasn't here, so...
Jackson's going Hornets. He
right.
He did it one. He actually beat Trevin by 1 second.
Oh, I saw Trevin's comment and Jackson's wasn't there. Now Jackson's there. I'm really confused, so I don't know. Anyway, hopefully Aeromancer shows up at some point. Zach says his strategy is called The Wife. Don't know what that means. The Hornet? Aren't relationships supposed to be magical, Zach? Not like a bee sting? Anyway, chat going with the Orlando Magic, 60% for them. Hopefully Aeromancer shows up in the next 10 minutes or so. Game number 2, you got the Detroit Pistons. Detroit basketball against the Toronto Raptors heading into Detroit. BetOnline has them as 4.5-point road favorites.
So Detroit's without Cade Cunningham, Corey Joseph tonight. And Raptors without Pascal Siakam, Precious Achua, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent Jr.
I'm going Pistons.
I'm also going to go Pistons. They have won several in a row against the Raptors.
I wasn't going to spoil that. That is my logic, though, yes. I wasn't going to help out anyone, I'm not feeling as charitable because I'm down here in the middle of the pack. Alright, so me and you agree again with the Pistons. Raptors for Zach. He said read his comment before something.
I have no idea what that means, Daniel.
Zach says, I'm just picking what colors I like better. I still don't know how that strategy is called The Wife, but I'll go with it.
Does Zach need to be canceled? Is he saying that girls only know colors or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Zach should have been canceled like 10 times already, but he gets a pass. Anyway, Connor, Raptors. I'm just kidding, by the way. Zach's an angel. Julio won Rookie of the Year. Good. Deserved. I would have been pissed if he didn't. Welcome back.
Let's see if I just missed. Trevin said Raptors.
All right. Trevin, Raptors, Aeromancer, MIA, and then chat, 52% Detroit basketball. Could be a split vote. Who knows? Game number 3, we got the Miami Heat hosting the Phoenix Suns. Miami is 2.5-point home favorites.
Miami's without Victor Oladipo and Omar Yurtseven, who is having ankle surgery tomorrow, so he's going to be out a while. And also Tyler Hero is out. The Suns are without Cam Johnson, Landry Shamet, and Chris Paul.
Time for a campaign masterclass.
I hate both of these teams in picks against the spread, by the way.
I'm not gonna spoil what the truth is on one of these teams, and I'm gonna wait to make my pick, and then
okay.
Then I will share the truth.
I'm taking the Suns. Connor's Suns.
You guys don't know the truth, unfortunately.
Trevin Heat.
Connor, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Chat, 55% Suns right now. I need to get Aeromancer's number. He does this too much. Zach Heat, Jackson Heat. Maybe he wants somebody to pick for him. I'm going Suns, by the way, because the Heat have lost every day in picks against the spread. Zach says message retracted. He says, actually, I like this shade of orange more. Well, Miami has orange and red. So, we talking about color combinations you like more or primary color? How's this working? Anyway, Suns for chat. Not their double down. And then to make you feel better, he says, go Beavs. Because he changed his pick, probably. Anyway, game number 4. Boston is hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Boston is a whopping 11.5-point home favorite.
So in this one, we have the Thunder without Ousmane Dieng, who's down in the G League, Darius Baisley, and Trey Mann. They also played yesterday, so don't be surprised if they randomly sit someone out right before game time. Celtics are without Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and I think that's going to end up being it for them.
Alrighty.
Man, the spread's high, but I'm going to take the Celtics.
Eric's going Celtics. I'm going Thunder.
Looks like everyone else is Jackson, Zach, Connor.
OKC's played too well this season for me to take the points on that.
So, I just need Trevin's pick.
Chat is feeling the Thunder.
Trevin is saving me from an island and doubling down on this game, which I didn't really want to do. So thanks.
And chat is Thunder, not double down. Cool. Trevin and Eric, you guys Celtics, everybody else Thunder. I really like these color combinations with the dark blue and the green. Looks clean. Surprised it's not a colorway of an NBA team. That's what the Jazz should have done. They should have just done that instead of whatever the hell the yellow and the black is. Anyway, game number 5. We got Houston hosting the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Clippers are 5.5-point road favorites.
The Clippers have Kawhi Leonard and John Wall out for this one. The Rockets have Bruno Fernando and Jayshawn Tate out. Jalen Green was questionable, but it looks like he's going to be available to play.
All right, Clippers for Jackson and Trevin. I'm going to go Clippers as well. This is only Houston's 4th home game. I think that's the lowest in the league so far. They've played 10 games on the road.
Yeah, we only have 5.
Yeah, we're pretty low, but we've had 2 more than them.
Trevin.
All right, so... yeah, Trevin, Jackson, Connor, Clippers. Bang, bang, bang. Zach went Rockets and then says he feels gross. What are you going with, Eric?
I'm gonna go. I'll join Zach. Let's have some fun, Zach.
All right, what a real friend right there, Zach. Anyway, chat, 58% Clippers. By the way, hit the like button. Helps us out. 100 people in here, 16 likes. So let's get that like count up. Game number 6, we got Milwaukee hosting the Atlanta Hawks. Milwaukee is 4-point home favorites, according to BetOnline.
Atlanta is still without Bogdanovich, but it looks like they're relatively healthy other than that. The Bucks are without Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton, Joe Ingles, and then they have a bunch of guys still listed as probable, including Giannis Antetokounmpo, Grayson Allen, and Marjon Beauchamp.
Alrighty.
I'm just going to refresh to see if there's any updates real quick. Nope. They're all probable, though. So
Going Hawks, by the way.
I'm going to go with Milwaukee. Trevin, Connor, Bucks with me. Jackson, Bucks as well.
This will be interesting.
Does Zach... I'm guessing Jack's going to...
Connor went Bucks. Trevin, Trevin, and Jackson went Bucks. Connor, Trevin, Jackson. Yeah, okay. And then Zach.
Trevin, Connor, Jackson. Yeah. Zach doesn't like green, I don't think, so...
Chat goes Bucks.
Yep. All right, so... Zach, it's a you and Zach.
All right.
Pilot on this one.
All right. And now the final game, we got the Warriors hosting the Spurs. BetOnline has the Warriors as 8.5-point home favorites.
All right, and the Spurs are without, this is relevant for tomorrow too, Zach Collins, Blake Wesley, Romeo Langford, Malachi Branham all out, and then added to the injury list was their starting point guard Trey Jones as well out of this game. The Warriors are sitting Klay Thompson on the second night of a back-to-back. Andre Iguodala also out, and Patrick Baldwin is questionable.
Warriors suck. I'm going Spurs.
Trevin and Connor are joining the Spurs bandwagon. I'm pretty sure Jackson is a Spurs guy, so he's going to... That was his team like all last year.
Yeah, we'll see. Jackson Spurs, all caps. There it is. What are you going with?
I'm going to take the Warriors.
All right, you're going Warriors. Zach's going Spurs. And Chat is going with the San Antonio Spurs, not their double down. I don't know what their double down is. All right, well, it's 4:05, so what do we do about Aeromancer? Do we flip a coin? Do we let somebody pick? What is the solution here?
Taylor Packer had asked earlier, I guess, so...
All right, Taylor. I mean, this dude's in the cellar anyway, you know. I don't blame him for missing today's show.
I mean,
Look at that 19-39 record. No, I know. Absolutely. But it's just an opportunity to trash talk his record. So let me know. We'll go through these games, Taylor, and you can pick them for him because the first game's tipping off in about 5 minutes.
Also, can you start a poll for chat?
Yeah. Zach said flipping a coin is too good of odds for Arrow.
Ouch. Ouch.
Go ahead.
So they had to tie with 60% of the votes, and that would be the Bucks at -4 and the Magic at plus 1.5. Not very big consensus for chat's picks tonight. They were all relatively close. Thank you.
All right, Magic. All right, let's run through these, Taylor. Appreciate you stepping up for Aeromancer. Might have to dock a win, you know. Taylor goes 5-2. That's 4-3 for Aeromancer. That's what we might have to do as a penalty.
Zach says Hawks is his double down. Oh man. He wanted to curse your pairing with him, not mine. Thanks, Zach, I guess.
I'm not doubling down no Hawks.
No, I'm saying that was the game. It was just
no. Zach knows what he's doing. No, we're taking care of business today. We're getting Zach his first double down win. Let's go, baby.
All right, I have to do it. I'm going to take the Warriors as my double down.
Well, I'm waiting on I'm waiting on Taylor's picks. All
right.
Whoops, wrong screen. There we go. That's the right screen.
All right.
There we go.
So he had Magic in the first game?
Yeah, Magic.
Arrow / Taylor. And then he has the Heat. Or no,
Or do we give Aeromancer an automatic double down loss as a penalty? How do you...
No, it's fine. We'll just do it.
He's been penalized enough just making his own picks. Suns on game number 3. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't need a penalty. Game number 4. Yeah, just when we get to the double downs, just read them off for me as I put these in and flip between them. I'll let this chat poll run as well. OKC.
Alright, so Thunder.
Here we go, game number 5. Rockets.
Well, he ruined our pairing with Zach anyway.
Yeah, Taylor, why'd you have to ruin everything?
No. It's all good. Just
right.
Don't pick the Warriors.
Pick the Warriors. Just to spite Eric. Nah. Make your pick whatever you think. Don't let Eric peer pressure you. Actually, you guys aren't peers, but, you know, don't let Eric pressure you. All right, what are we doing for this? Stephen Neal says, "Are you high?" I mean, you're the one posting the rocket ship in space. That's really high. So Spurs for Taylor. He cooperated with you. Look at that. He really wants to be a part of this segment next year, and he wants you to vouch for him to be mod. That's what that is. All right, double downs. Let's hear them.
What did
Taylor went Magic for double down.
He went Bucks. All right, I'm going Warriors. Zach is Hawks.
Let's. Okay, you're Warriors. Zach is Hawks.
So Aeromancer or Taylor went
Magic. Yeah. What else do we got?
We got Connor going with the Raptors.
Okay.
Trevin is taking the Heat.
Trevin is Miami. Alrighty, and then
Jackson said Hornets DD. Okay.
Alright, cool. Don't know why you're talking in the third person, but nice. I'm
chat and you.
I don't really like any of these spreads. Do I keep it rolling and double down against the Heat again? Yeah, until it works against me, I'm doubling down against the Heat now. I doubled down the first 2 games. It backfired. Now I'm constantly going to double down against them.
Well, you did say that you had, like, some sort of info that you were...
Oh, yeah, it's that Miami has, like, lost every picks against the spread segment. So, hi, Trevin, with the Heat. Good luck, buddy. Bucks for chat.
All right.
Is their double down. So, everything's different, which is cool to see. We'll see how this goes. Shout out to Taylor Packer standing in for Aeromancer. We're going to have to reprimand him later. Anyway. Now, let's talk about Gary Payton II. I wish we were talking about Gary Payton II playing. I wish that was going to be tomorrow's game. But now I can play my Rec League game tomorrow and miss part of the Spurs game. Otherwise, I was going to have to miss my Rec League playoff game. I think it's a playoff game tomorrow. So,
you think?
Yeah, well, if Gary Payton II was making his debut, I was going to miss it. So, yeah. Without now I get to rely on you to, break down part of this thing. Depending, I don't know what time my game is. It might be at 6 actually, which would be fine, but we shall see.
My playoffs start tomorrow night as well, but we have a first round bye, so.
Oh, look at you guys!
Yeah.
First round bye, nice.
And then the next week's Thanksgiving, and we didn't play last week because of school being out in the district. So, we're gonna have like a 3-week dead period before we play the championship.
That's weird. Don't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Stretch, limber up, drink water, drink mustard.
We had to, for some reason, they scheduled like a doubleheader for the championship and the semifinals. So I don't know what's going on, but
that's strange. Yeah. But so Blazers play the Spurs tomorrow. I mean, we can preview that game a little bit, but I mean, the big thing is that's what they targeted as Gary Payton II's return date, and he will not return. And there's still apparently no timetable.
To be fair, they said at the earliest he would be available on November 15th against the Spurs.
And then it was reworded by Casey, or maybe it wasn't Casey, somewhere else like that seemed official that like, okay, that's when his target date is.
Yeah.
Like it made it sound like it was gonna happen.
No, I think it was the opposite. I think they made it sound like there was no set date. I think they've been pretty consistent with there not being a set date. And I mean, it sucks. I hope it's not too far off. Every update they said he's so close to playing, or he's closer to returning when they have these reevaluation dates. But Taylor's right. The way they worded it means he could still be back 3 months from now, and it still would be technically correct.
Dude, I'm starting to worry. Not that, he, had a setback or anything, but it's like, how much longer is this going to go?
Well,
I said this at the earliest. Like, in the way they worded it today makes me feel like it could be another at least couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we've been pretty consistent on this show saying that there's not really a timetable for him, and they're not really going to push him back, and the core injuries are something that it's really hard to put a timetable on or to know when he's going to be ready. I don't know what the basis of knowing when he's ready or not, like what that means. Steven, it's not lagging for me, so it might be on your end.
Joey lagging? Jolly lagging?
What? I don't have no idea what's going on there. But Jackson says he feels like if we weren't doing this well, he'd probably be playing or playing soon. Yeah, I guess. I feel like it's different this year with the injuries. I feel like they're like, especially sitting Dame out against the Pelicans. I just feel like there's been a complete mindset change to do what's best long term for all these players. And that's why you see so many of them showing up on injury reports and stuff like that. So I think they're just going to be cautious with every injury from here on out. The crappy part is, though, like, because we signed him, he has the surgery, and then we don't hear about it for what, a month or almost 2 months later that he had the surgery. Um, yeah, so it's almost like they tried to hide it because they knew he would be out for a while and how bad that would look that they signed him, I guess. But yeah, it's just with how many people are on the injury report still, like Winslow and Nurkic especially missed last game. Um, I mean, we kind of need him back at some point.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, this could be all nothing, and he could be back
Hmm.
on Thursday. But yeah, I'm
I
with.
gotta I gotta go take care of something.
Okay,
Keep talking. Answer chat questions. Give me a few minutes.
I'm with Tori when he says that it feels like it's still going to be a while. And this is something that I said back on his reevaluation day 19 days ago or 18 days ago, was that it still felt like he wasn't anywhere close to playing. Um, David C. asks, is Nurkic not playing tomorrow? We don't know. They haven't announced the injury report for tomorrow's game. They don't have to do that quite yet. We should find out later tonight. Um, he was a game time decision last game, and they've had 2 days off now, and they're returning back home. So I would assume that Nurkic is probably going to be listed as questionable, but might play. I don't think this is something that's going to keep him out a while. But once again, with all injuries, I think they're just being super careful with them to make sure none of them turn into a bigger one, especially with Nurkic, considering our lack of big man depth. That's something that they definitely don't need to be the reason why Nurkic has a much longer injury than he has missing just a few games. Because if they put him back out there and it gets worse and he has to miss a few weeks instead of a few games, that could be really bad. But so I'm assuming Nurkic and Winslow will probably be okay to play tomorrow. But it is kind of concerning that they keep showing up. I mean, we had like 8 guys listed on the injury report a few games ago. Uh, it is kind of frustrating. But the only good thing is at least all of these injuries are non-long term ones, other than Gary Payton's, and he's should be pretty close to being back. So um, if this was the case where someone tore their ACL, knock on wood, or someone did something like that, and the injuries were piling up with like more devastating injuries, I'd be a lot more worried about it. But yeah, I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about yet, and we could be we could be okay. I mean, all these guys could be back, including Payton, in a few games, and we could have one of the healthiest teams in the league. Because other than Olivia Sarr, no one else is really out more than um, a week or two past today. So yeah, it should be okay. Taylor Packer asks, "Do you like that they're being super careful?" Um, He says the West is loaded and seeding could come down to 1 or 2 games. Um, I do like that they're being careful. I mean, it is frustrating as a fan, but I think you gotta be careful. I I see it both ways with like Dame. I get why he's mad when he doesn't play, and I get the team holding him out in that back to back. But if he wants to play, I mean, there's also ways where you could maybe limit his minutes and stuff. But there's been games like the Phoenix game where Dame and Ant both sat, the New Orleans Pelicans game where Dame sits, and they almost came back and beat Memphis at the end of that game without Dame. So like I think it's proving that they're okay, and like Dame has been saying this season, like it's a case where they need to know how to win without him being the one that saves the team or goes crazy at the end of games. And I think they've shown so far that they do have that capability, and that'll be nothing but good things for them in when it comes down to like playoffs and stuff, when you can give the ball to a Jeremy Grant or kick out to a Josh Hart in a clutch situation and still come out with a good play or a good shot, even without Dame having to save the team. What's up?
What did I miss?
Nothing. Just talking about. Do you like that they're being careful with injuries, or would you rather them?
I mean, I like it. It just sounds ominous when it's like that's their targeted date, and then the date comes and it's still no timetable. You know, because isn't that what Casey said? Let me go to the Discord Twitter feed. That's a segue into an ad for our Discord. Join our Discord. Link in the description box below. We have game threads. We have voice chats that you guys can hop in anytime, especially if I'm in there. Met somebody last night, which was cool. I don't know what their YouTube name is, but they were like, yeah, I saw you in here. I didn't know if I was allowed to hop in here. I'm like, oh, you guys can hop in voice chat when I'm in there and say what's up. And yeah, so join our Discord. Anything showing for you guys is fair game for the Discord. Like, we set permissions for certain things where you can and can't post, and you guys aren't able to, mess anything up or anything. So don't worry about, whether you can or cannot do anything. Okay, so Casey said, I was told at the time of the last update there was no target date for Gary Payton's Blazer debut. But wasn't there a target date?
No, that's what I'm saying. They
How did the date November 15th come about?
Shams, I think it was, reported that at the earliest, according to his last reevaluation, the earliest he could play would be November 15th, which is tomorrow.
Okay, I'm really confused now then.
Yeah. So there was never a date set. Shams was doing that, and then, like I said, Casey came out, or someone came out and said there's no date, despite what Shams said, or Chris Haynes said, I guess. Thanks, Trevin. Don't want to put the wrong person.
I mean, I just really want to see him on the floor.
Yeah.
We dealt with this with Festus Ezeli, right? And I don't think this is a Festus Ezeli situation. I mean, you're talking about a guard who had core surgery, not a big man who had serious knee trouble, right? Yeah. So completely different situation. But, man, I just want to see him on the court. And, like, if they came out in July and said, yeah, he'll be out till December, okay, cool. All right, well, we'll get him back in December. When it's like... he could potentially return early November. We were thinking in October, and then mid-November, November 15th at the earliest. Okay, cool. And then now November 15th is here, and we still don't know. Then that's when it just kind of sucks. But obviously, I guess they're just like playing it by ear. It just I don't know. I don't know if it's like they think he's close to coming back and just don't have an idea, or just them not being transparent again because they didn't even disclose this thing until September when it happened in July. So is it a situation where it's actually going to be a longer wait than we expect and we're just not going to hear about it because this organization isn't being transparent, which they started off this thing with? Or is it just a situation where maybe he's back in a week? I don't know. It's just, I hate wondering. That's the part that I hate. I'm okay if they're being cautious with him, but, I mean, just be transparent.
It's the problem with the core injury, though. It's not like a broken bone or a torn ACL or something. There's no timeline. Every person's different. Everyone heals different. everyone's movements are different following
So
the
what?
surgery.
So what has to happen? Like, what? How do they know? Is it just Gary Payton's just like, okay, I'm good to go, or
I'm assuming they do like a CAT scan or an MRI or something at each of these reevaluation dates to see how it's healing, and maybe it's just not fully there yet, or he hasn't met some sort of rehabilitation process yet, or isn't able to do something that, like, I don't know what it would be, but like, 50 sit-ups or something, like there might be some sort of metric you have to be able to do without it having pain or something like that. But yeah, I'm not aware. All I know is that the core surgery, it's impossible to put like a set time on, because it's like completely different for every body, and it's like one surgery can be healed like really fast and you could be good in a few weeks, and others take months. So I don't know.
yeah, I mean, if this organization was transparent from the jump, then I would be like, okay, we'll find out. It sucks, but we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
But given the fact that they didn't disclose this for a whole 2 months until after it happened, it's just like, I don't know. Is it worse than we expect? Was there a setback that we're not going to hear about? Like,
no, because I mean, I said this back, not this reevaluation date, but the last one, and remember we were on this stream and I was talking about stuff that didn't come out for another 5 days from the media. So what I was told back then was that he was still not close to returning, and that was still going to be at least a few weeks, and that would be like right today is 18 days from that stream. So we're still not in that few weeks range if it was closer to 3 weeks. So and then the news came out on that Tuesday that he'd be possibly back on the 15th at the earliest. But that was from what I was told, that would have been like at the very, like that would have been the most optimistic outcome for him, was to be back by then. So I'm not really worried about it unless I hear there was a setback, because I was told that he wasn't even close 18 days ago.
Yep. Well, I mean,
but it is a bummer. It is a bummer.
It sucks. Yeah, it absolutely sucks. Does that Discord link work, by the way? Do we know?
I don't know if anyone tried.
Let me know if it doesn't work, chat, and I'll get you guys a new one. I think every time I get a new one, it makes an old one not work. But go in there and ask a mailbag question as well. That's where we're doing our mailbag questions. I'm going to drop a video like late tonight. I want a few more questions for that. And we have a thread. If you look down the left side, it'll say mailbag questions. So all you have to do is just go and ask a question on that. And that's how we'll probably do mailbag questions for the future. We want to use the Discord more, so definitely pay attention to all of that. Anything else you wanted to talk about, or that I missed that you want my opinion on, or anything? We should just sit in silence for a while, because that's funny. Unlucky timing, man. Unlucky timing. That's just funny. Avatar, we stopped talking about him like 10 seconds before you posted that. When you guys join, just like, all you guys have to do is just rewind the stream like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Just hear what we're talking about. Like, it takes, 5-10 seconds?
Especially on these streams where there's, we do picks against the spread at the beginning. If you just go right to the end of the graphics for that, when the graphics go away.
Yeah.
Just from there till just a few seconds ago, we talked about Gary Payton that whole time. So, yeah.
Yep. So it's just always funny when people come in just with like the most unluckiest timing for them, right? Like, that happens so much. It's all good, Avatar. It's all good. It's no big deal. It's just funny to me. Just when that timing happens, when somebody comes in like 15 seconds, 20 seconds after we're down talking about something, and people are like, "Can you talk about, or have you talked about?" And it's just like, Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. Trust me. We segue it straight in. We don't even waste time, man. Maybe we should start wasting more time between picks against the spread and what we talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how it should go. We should have some sort of like small little segment. Maybe we should do, the segment that me and Stephen Vaughn did on one of our podcasts. I don't know if you saw that, but we were pretending as if the Blazers were in LA instead of the Lakers and what the media would be saying. And, I don't know. But, yeah, we jumped straight into it. So, jump straight into the topic. Anyway.
Do you want to answer Taylor Packer's question about why you're all of a sudden pushing the Discord so much?
For community purposes, and also Twitter is a train wreck and a dumpster fire.
Yeah, we're just kind of like we're gonna get comments like, "How dare you say that about Elon?" But
bro, I've criticized Twitter. I said Twitter's a dumpster fire, and somebody was like, "Why are you bringing your politics into this? How is that political?"
But no, it's just like Twitter's obviously has some issues right now, and we wanted to have a community that we could still talk Blazers and have everything be normal if Twitter ever just like stopped being a thing or went downhill enough to where people stopped using it. So we're just kind of setting it all up so that we won't have to like try to hurry to get everyone on notice to come there. So we're just trying to improve the community, and then Grant has done a lot of cool stuff on there. Has really helped out with making it just like a really cool experience now. And so we're just trying to make that a thing now instead of other social media, because Discord seems pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember the Twitter spaces from last year, the Watch Party VC, like we could run as a Twitter space basically, like where we can talk, Eric, but then anybody who joins doesn't have permission to talk, but we can give them permission, like through Discord, like they will be unable to speak until we let them, just like the Twitter space, and it would be obviously much easier. So maybe in the future we bring that back. I was thinking we'd use that, if we do watch party streams, like halftime, take questions, or, like take a question from somebody at a quarter break or something like that. Maybe just channel members. Maybe that would be a channel member perk. I don't really know yet. By the way, if you are a channel member and you're in that Discord, and your name is not green, then message me your YouTube name if you're a channel member for the main channel, because we give you member roles in the Discord as well if you're a YouTube channel member. So definitely let me know. I tried to match up as many names as possible from Discord to YouTube. It's just a little bit hard, but nah, Twitter's a wreck, man, and it's funny. Like, this is just facts, all right? They're losing tons of advertiser money. You have all these fake accounts that are now verified, quote unquote. Sucks I have to put quotations around that. All these fake accounts that are now verified, tweeting out fake stuff. Yeah, now they had to stop it.
Who would have possibly guessed that trolls would use that to pretend there were other people?
That's exactly why it was like that. That's exactly what the feature was for.
The whole point of verification is so you knew who you were talking to outside of that Blazers Argento guy, like pretending he was shammed right after he got his blue check mark and somehow not getting that stripped for doing that. But
it's just funny. It's like they're losing millions of dollars from advertisers because advertisers don't want to advertise there because you got fake accounts impersonating advertisers and taking their stocks based on what these fake accounts tweet that have blue check marks because now you can buy one. Like, these are all facts. Yes, Twitter's a dumpster fire. I don't know how that's arguable that Twitter is a mess right now, because factually, it is absolutely a mess. And it's funny because I say that in advertising Discord on the last video I dropped on the main channel. By the way, go check it out. Is the one with contenders in the thumbnail. First time I've ever put that in a Blazer thumbnail. But it's just funny because I said that as part of, like, since Twitter is a mess right now, we're doing some stuff with our Discord. We're trying to make our Discord more of a thing, and it's just always funny people acting like, oh, Elon Musk planned this. This is part of his master plan. What? it doesn't make any sense. Like it's I don't understand. So anyway.
But yeah, that's why I joined the Discord. There's all kinds of Grant set up a Twitter feed, so it has Tori and my Twitter feeds along with a bunch of relevant Blazer Twitter follows as well. So that can be your constant stream, and then you'll never get fooled by a fake blue check mark because it's the exact copies, just like on our streams with the trade deadline and stuff. And then, we have discussions on there. You can ask us questions. Tori posted a prompt for the mailbag that he's going to do, so you can ask a question for that. There's a gaming part of it, so if you're into playing video games and want to possibly play video games with Tori or myself at some point, you can join that as well. If you like playing Among Us, you'll be Tori's new best friend.
I've been trying to get Among Us lobbies for the longest time. It's so hard to get 9 to 10 people. So maybe this Friday we'll run it back because that's the nostalgic days, man. Me that goes back like 2 years. We used to play that pretty consistently. Used to be able to get 9, 10 person lobbies, but now it's tough. So we need some crewmates.
Yes, that's just kind of what the Discord is. And then also we, every time we post content like Tori's videos, this stream, I put an article on BlazersUprise.com today if you want to read that. We, put out a message there. And then there's also now threads for each game has a game thread. This stream has a game thread, I think. So you could just participate, talk with other Blazer fans throughout the games, or have discussions when there's not games. So just come join the community if you want to, and Tori and I are going to try to be very active in there. So just have some fun with it.
Yep, absolutely. Do you guys play COD? I don't play COD, but there is a Call of Duty role. You can go in there and like select certain games that you would like to play, and then people can tag that game. So if you're looking people to run with or something like that, definitely go check out the game rules section and pick your games, and then you'll be able to see a chat for gaming and a VC for gaming called Game Time with a dice on it. So if you want more information, go watch the video I dropped, because I explained it for about a minute in there and had like video examples and all of that. Yep. And I'm gonna try and get more video ads for like Blazers Uprise when I advertise on post game shows and in the Discord and all that sort of stuff. I've just been a little bit lazy and caught up on other things, so we need to start advertising our own stuff better.
I played a ton of Call of Duty Warzone when the pandemic first started. Just bored at home, and I haven't played the new one, and I haven't really played much since my son and several other people got me into Fortnite, so I've been playing that stupid game for a while. And so if you want to play Fortnite with me, or Tori, or anyone who wants to play, that could probably be arranged.
Yeah. Just would be cool to meet more of you guys. Let's end with this question. Thoughts on Greg Brown getting sent to the G League? Asks Taylor Packer.
You go first.
Taylor Packer's next question, hating on Fortnite. Man, don't hate. I enjoy Fortnite too. What's wrong with that? I ain't ashamed to say it.
I was like, I'm never gonna play Fortnite. Like, you'll never get me to play that game.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember who it was. If it was Zach or someone. Someone talked me into playing one time. Reese and Zach, I think it might have been. And then
it's fun, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun just to relax. And I'm not a sweaty player, but I played when it first got big, 5 years ago. So
I'm glad they have the no build option now. That's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I would love to see you in a build lobby.
I played build for a few months before they had the no build ones, but
build was good before people started trying to be competitive as hell with it.
Yeah.
So I miss those days, but
If
yeah, no
I
build. No
just
build is the move.
I just have to say, if you want to play with me though, it's for fun, and so we can chat while we're playing and stuff like that. Not Don't expect me to like carry you to a victory or anything because I'm not good.
He's being too humble. Definitely, he's carried me to 5 or 6. So,
No.
but no, Jackson's really good, and then Sude's really good. I haven't seen Sude in a while, but yeah, no. As far as Greg Brown goes, we'll end this with basketball. We promise. We still got 135 people watching this stream though, so they don't hate the off-topic stuff. But Greg Brown the third going down to the G League. I saw the Twitter beef. I'm not going to talk about the Twitter beef, but it was hilarious to me. If you know, you know. I'm sure it was hilarious to you too, Eric.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But as far as Greg Brown goes, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does. It'll be interesting to see if he dominates or what. But I think Greg Brown is a G League caliber player at this point. I don't think he's going to be on the team in a couple years. Like personality wise, seems like an absolutely great dude. Like positive energy, love all that from a basketball player standpoint. I mean, Jabari Walker's getting minutes ahead of him.
Yeah. Well, so if you want my like clear thoughts, go read that article because I do have a paragraph about this situation in there. And here, I'll post a link to that article if anyone wants to read it after the stream. This is a case of Greg Brown's had nothing but a super positive mindset since he came here. He's been like a pleasure for everyone to be around. He lifts people up. He just got energy and stuff like that. Like even before he started playing last year, when we started tanking, he would always post like "Go Rip City," like game day type Twitter posts and things like that. But as a young player in your rookie year, when you're on a tanking team and you start to play a lot, it's hard to then go to, oh, I'm not playing at all. And then there's a second to last pick rookie playing over me. And so I think it's just a case of where we kind of like the organization kind of feels bad that they're not giving him any playing time. It's not that he's doing anything wrong, but I think he's been kind of down on, he's been working hard and doing all the things that he thinks he needs to be doing to play, but there's just not minutes for him, even in games where we had a bunch of injuries. And I think the team, despite what they normally practice, and that's, or like their mindset on this is that they want the players in practice with Chauncey, with this coaching staff as much as possible in our facility and not rent it out to another team that won't have our same goals in mind in term for his development. I mean, you can tell the Clippers organization all we want, what we want Greg Brown to do in there, but that doesn't mean they have to play him over guys that are on their, G League roster and have a chance of making their actual team. So I think we just wanted to give him a spot where he can go play and kind of see if that gets him in a better mindset, just getting out on the floor and getting some action playing versus just sitting on the bench. And the other thing is when we're healthy, assuming that Gary Payton isn't still a long ways away, we have 14 players, not counting the two-way guys. You can only dress 13 in a game. So Greg Brown was likely going to be the inactive guy. So I think it's just a case of, hey, let's just send him down, see if we can get his mindset a little better just to be on the court and play a little bit versus sitting on the bench and see what happens.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad move. The bad move is the fact that they don't have their own G League
Yep.
team, and yeah, we'll see what he does. I guess it's probably better than not playing. It's hard to tell though, how much more he'll benefit from getting G League game experience compared to getting NBA practice experience. Right, that's kind of the decision. But good luck to him, and hopefully he can show some things. And would love for him to pan out. Even though I like him a lot as a dude, and he has all this positive energy, I'm still going to be honest in regards to analyzing his game, whether that's positive or negative. So, it's not necessarily always going to be the most popular thing, but it's what we do here at Blazers Uprise. Anything? Oh, let me think of dono. Shout out Kevin Reese, 10 Canadian dollar dono. Says W stream, W streamers. Thank you for the W's and the Canadian dollars. Kevin Reese, appreciate it.
So this, trying to think how to word this. It's, how like we don't really have room, because like people ask us all the time, like, what moves are we going to make? What are we going to do at the backup center? Who are we going to trade by the deadline and all that kind of stuff. It's looking like the most realistic outcome would be at some point between now and the deadline, maybe, especially if this G League stint doesn't really help for Greg, maybe just trading him to a team that's rebuilding and could give him some minutes or maybe a little better look than he'll get on this team, and just dumping his contract. And then if it's close enough to the buyout market or the part of the season where contracts can be prorated, I think we could then sign someone, just throw in a name, DeMarcus Cousins or someone, to a contract for the rest of the season and still stay under that tax line. But I don't think it's going to be a case where we make a move to go over that tax line unless it's a no-brainer trade for a star.
Greg Brown and 2 second-round picks for Naz Reid.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's finally get my guy Naz Reid, man.
Yeah, that would be a good trade for us, but I believe that would put us back into the tax.
Figure it out. Figure it out after. It'd be borderline. But Naz Reid, I've wanted him on this team for so long. so long. Always liked his game. Averaging 23 points per 36. Shooting 10 shots inside the arc per 36 minutes. Shooting 76% on those shots. And then for his career, he's a 34% three-point shooter. Averaging 2 blocks per 36 as well. 2.4 last year. I don't
think it's a case where he's like not going to be in the league necessarily. I think he still has some skills. Guys like that who are athletic and show some sort of promise do get multiple chances in the NBA. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I got to run. This has been a fun stream. Nice on an off day to be able to talk about some news, even though it's not the best news. And picks against the spread. I haven't checked scoreboards, but hopefully that's going well for me. I'll just run off the scores extremely quick. Toronto 32, Detroit 28. Charlotte's beating Orlando by 11, 41-30. OKC's up 11-8, and Miami's up 14-12. Our guys over at Suns Valley Podcast, I think, should be live shortly with that game. So double down on the Suns. Going to be rooting for them. Maybe watching a part of that stream. But hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay tuned for shorts and maybe a TikTok account that I might create today for the channel as well. I'll announce anything in the Discord and tag everyone. Just another reason why you guys should join. But Eric had his article. I had a video a couple days ago. We have a post-game stream tomorrow. Doing a bunch for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Any final words, Eric?
Oh, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good day, and hope to see everyone after the game tomorrow night. And go Blazers against the Spurs.
Yep, hopefully we're talking about a win. It would be really bad if we're talking about a loss. So 2 days off. Spurs are playing tonight, so it'll be a second night of back-to-back for them. The Blazers are finally back home. Chance to go 10-4, which would be awesome. 2 more wins, and it guarantees them being 500 coming out of November, which I thought was an optimistic goal before the season. So, feeling good as a Blazer fan. Hopefully you guys are as well, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day until we catch you tomorrow. As always, peace out. Go Blazers.